Now, we all know that Goku as a character loves to fight. That is his most biggest thing of his character. He loves to battle. He finds glee and happiness from it. But what if we change Goku's attitude? One character who can relate to Goku very well with this is actually Trunks. We're talking the future timeline Trunks. As you guys know, that version of Trunks was on demon mode. He never fought to have fun. He did what he had to do, and he rarely ever spared mercy. He was on it, and he did not mess around. Another person who acts like that is similar to Piccolo. Piccolo sometimes spars for some enjoyment, as he does enjoy training sometimes, but when Piccolo gets serious, he's ready to go, and he will do whatever is necessary to take out the threat. But Goku, of course, is the opposite of this. Goku as a character, a lot of his best of friends and closest allies are actually enemies who wanted to kill him before. Tien Shenhan, Krillin was not one of his foes. Yamcha, Piccolo, Vegeta. All these people were actually Goku's enemies, and they became his friends. It's because Goku spared them, and he saw them as a perfect sparring partner, and that's how their trust grew, Goku, and they became friends. We even saw this when Goku even told Frieza this in the Redemption of F, aka when Frieza was brought back to life and kind of went to Earth to try and destroy everything. Goku even told Frieza that if you were not rotten to the core, you would have been a perfect sparring partner. Even after all that Frieza was done, Goku kind of hoped that Frieza wasn't all evil, so Frieza would be a good sparring partner, because Goku finds joy. But what if this version of Goku is different? This version of Goku is cold calculated. He doesn't really find enjoyment in, training. Now, he does enjoy fighting to a little bit, because that's just Saiyan blood. Goku is a full-blooded Saiyan. Trunks, of course, was a half Saiyan, Piccolo's a Mechian, but Saiyans do naturally find thrill in a battle. But that doesn't matter because Goku is going to take out the threat. He's not going to drag a fight on just to drag it on. He's not going to be messing around. If you are a threat and you need to be killed, he will kill you, and the end of it. Unless there's more to it, such as maybe with Piccolo, Goku might spare him because he knows that if Piccolo dies, then Kami dies as well. But we'll see what else happens, as maybe some of the other characters might be killed off. But anyway, let's get right on into the video. As Bardock would have still sacrificed himself against Frieza, you all know the story. It would have played out the same. Goku would have still hit his head, and this would change his attitude, calming his Saiyan nature down. Now, Goku is, of course, a happy Saiyan baby. Now, when, unfortunately, Grandpa Gohan will still be killed by Goku when he transforms into a Great Ape. But Goku, of course, has no memory of what happened. He just continues on training. Now, of course, he trains to keep himself in good shape and to also survive. Goku here as well, he does want to be the best that he can be, and to protect himself and maybe in the future others. So Goku still has that mindset, but he's not very nice to enemies. So Bulma would still arrive and still search for the 4-star Dragon Ball, which Goku does own. Goku would actually agree to work with her, and they would then leave, where they would actually find a large sea turtle. Now, they would help the turtle by giving him seawater and bringing him to the beach. This is where they would then meet Master Roshi. Now, Master Roshi does note on Goku's pretty impressive skill. He even remembers that, wait, you're Grandpa Gohan's student. That's impressive. And he was saddened to find out that he was killed, but he says, hey, next time we meet each other, maybe you can come train with me. And Goku, of course, will instantly accept it, as he does want to get stronger. He still has that Saiyan nature, where Saiyans do want to continue fighting, growing stronger. But now, of course, Master Roshi would then give them the 3-star Dragon Ball, and he would also give Goku the Flying Nimbus. Now, of course, Goku is a good-hearted person, so he can get on Nimbus and fly around. Now, a few things. The event with Oolong. Now, Oolong was, of course, the quote, terrible Oolong. Goku can see that he's kind of harmless. Oolong can't really do much to Goku. So would Goku realistically kill him? I honestly don't think so. I think that Oolong would kind of beg for mercy. And Goku's not a monster. Oolong wasn't really killing people or doing anything crazy. So I think Goku probably beat him pretty bad, but I think Goku would then spare him. And of course, Oolong would then just come along, and Goku's okay with that, as Oolong apologized for what he did. Now, the one difference is with Yamcha. Now, if you guys remember, Yamcha did overwhelm Goku the first time. It's because Goku was starving. As you guys know, a Saiyan's appetite is much higher than normal humans, so when they don't eat, Goku was woozy and not at his full strength. Yamcha got him at his weakest, and he overwhelmed Goku with his legendary Wolf Fang Fist ability, and Goku was knocked down. But Goku will remember this, as he knows that Yamcha is a bandit, and he's a bit of a jerk. He tried robbing them, so Goku will remember that next time. So the next time when Goku actually meets Yamcha, and Yamcha originally was secretly following them all on their quest, this is when I think when Goku does see Yamcha the second time, and this could be roughly right before maybe Roshi uses his Kamehameha wave to take out the flames in the Frying Pan Mountain. Now, we know he destroys the entire mountain along with the castle, but they do find the 7-star Dragon Ball. Now, this is where I think Goku would probably have a rematch with Yamcha because he remembers what Yamcha did. Yamcha tried stealing from them. And two things would happen. Either Goku fights Yamcha again, and it is a good fight. Yamcha is powerful, but Goku's above him in terms of skill. Goku would either kill Yamcha, because Yamcha did try doing them dirty, and he did attack Goku, in all fairness, or Yamcha would beg for mercy, and Bulma would actually tell Goku to spare Yamcha, because Bulma does find Yamcha kind of cute, and Goku does respect Bulma, and I think Goku would probably spare Yamcha, but I do think he would probably fight Yamcha again, as he wants a rematch, and I think he would probably beat the heck out of Yamcha, and really hurt him. Do I think he would kill him? No, because Yamcha at that point, he couldn't even defend himself. Goku's not a killer. He wouldn't just kill Yamcha when he's defenseless. And Yamcha realistically just tried screwing him over, which is fine. Bulma would even stop Goku and say, just let him go. And Goku would actually agree and say, fine. Yamcha will swear he'll never do anything again. He promises. Now, Goku would have actually defeated Boss Rabbit and his gang. Of course, he sent them to the moon, literally, so, you know. Now, the one difference here with Mai, Shu, and Emperor Pilaf, they basically steal the Dragon Balls from Goku and the gang, and they were able to kidnap them and throw them into his castle. This is where I think Goku would be a little bit different. Now, originally, could Goku have realistically broken out? It is plausible, because he did see Master Roshi use the Kamehameha attack, so it is possible that he could have, but we're just going to say that he still turned into a great ape, destroyed the castle, and of course, that's when Pilaf summons Shenron, Oolong wishes for the girl's underwear, that whole funny scene happens, and I think this is when Goku does revert back, either Emperor Pilaf has escaped, or you could even have Goku kill Emperor Pilaf and them, stopping them. But we're just going to say this kind of goes similar. Emperor Pilaf and the gang escape as Goku's destroying the whole castle. Now, Goku and Krillin do become Master Roshi's students after finding Launch, and Roshi does move his house into a larger island. Now, of course, this is when the movie Dragon Ball Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle takes place, but no one really cares about that movie. Now, this is when they would spend the next 7 months training. Now, Krillin, and this is my personal opinion, I think him and Goku would butt heads a lot more, because Krillin was very cocky and arrogant to Goku, and I don't think Goku would take that disrespect very well. I think that him and Krillin would actually fight each other a few times. Now, of course, Roshi would then break it up, and of course give some wisdom. But I think that Goku would probably knock Krillin around a little bit, and Krillin's strong in his own right. He was comparative to Goku. Goku was, of course, stronger, but I don't think that Krillin would be as rude to Goku, because he sees that Goku was no joke. Goku would even threaten him, like, you keep on making fun of me and keep on attacking me, I will kill you. And I think Krillin would take that seriously, and I think Krillin would leave him alone. They would have some form of respect for one another. Roshi would make them see peace, which is a good lesson for Goku, because Roshi would say that you can't just fight anybody that just offends you. You have to have control. And that's a good lesson for Goku to learn, which makes sense because Roshi's so wise for his age, even though he's a bit of a dirty old pervert, but that's okay. Now, for the next 7 months, they would get past their differences, and they would kind of respect one another pretty well. As now, we would then jump forward to the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. Now, Goku here is, of course, not going to be messing around as much as he did in the original, as he's not as goofy and playing around. He's here to win. So Goku would not waste his energy and time. He would defeat every single opponent. This is also when he does get his tail back as well, but okay, fine. Now, one thing to note is originally when Roshi, aka Jackie Chun, under a disguise, what would happen if Goku fought this version of Roshi? Now, if you guys remember, Goku, in my opinion, wouldn't be messing around as much as he originally did. I think he would take training more seriously, because he wants to be the best. Now, of course, that does not mean that the original Goku from the original timeline did not train hard. Of course he did. But Goku also spent a lot of time messing around and playing. I think this version of Goku was a little bit different. Although he does go against Roshi's wishes of eat well, sleep well, train well, and play well, Goku does less playing. Whenever they look, Goku's training. He's not overtraining, but he is taking his training much more seriously. And I think this would make Goku a little bit stronger. Not by a margin to where he would just go one-shot Roshi or defeat him easily. Now, when Goku does fight Roshi, Goku's not really... because he doesn't know that that's Roshi, somehow. Goku thinks that that's an opponent that he's going to beat. Now, he knows he can't kill in the tournament, of course. He's not going to kill an old man, as they're both fighting for fairness. Goku's not as merciful, so Goku is really going out Roshi, not holding back. And Roshi's surprised with Goku's, ferocity. Now, I think it will still be an intense battle. Roshi does have experience over Goku. He's taught him, so he knows. And Goku, I think, would still turn into a great ape. Roshi would blow up the moon. Goku would revert back. And now, who would win between the two? I would honestly say Goku. Goku would actually win, all because he's a little bit stronger. And he's able to just... Now, I think it's a much closer battle. I think they would both knock each other out of the ring. But from the cameras, Roshi actually hit the ground first because he is heavier than Goku. Roshi hit the ground first a second before Goku did. So technically, Goku is the winner. And Roshi was, of course, proud of Goku. As, while it was 1 second, Roshi's so happy he was even able to hang in with those boys. But Roshi is proud of Goku for what he did. But now, of course, we would then have Goku tearing up all the funds within one night as he eats all the food away, but that's okay. As then we would have the Red Ribbon Army saga. The Goku and the Red Ribbon Army would then begin searching for the Dragon Balls. The Red Ribbon Army originally obtained the 6-star and the 5-star Dragon Balls. One difference here, Goku is a lot more killer type. A lot of the Red Ribbon Army people, the bots and everything, Goku is a lot more ferocious. He would not be sparing them any kind of mercy because for what they've done, destroying villages and everything else, and innocent people. Goku would not hold back. So Goku would be a lot more crazy against the Red Ribbon Army, and it would make the saga just that much crazy to watch, as Goku would not hold back. He would kill a lot of people. And rightfully so. The Red Ribbon Army's evil. Goku would still end up in the Jingle Village after he killed Colonial Silver, and he would then absolutely destroy White Corp in the Muscle Tower, destroying the whole thing. And now originally that's when they also repaired the broken Dragon Radar. Goku originally confronted General Blue. Now this version of Goku is stronger than the original. You have to think, Goku was pushing himself further than ever, and he's training harder than ever. But he is training smart. Remember, that's the one difference between him and Vegeta. Vegeta does train very smart, as this is early on in his training sagas, but he overtrained himself. Goku trained in smart. He never overtrained. That's how he was able to be above Vegeta, even though Vegeta actually has better potential than Goku. But that's a whole other story. Now, Goku would actually have been able to defeat General Blue. I think it would be a very close battle, but Goku would be fighting to kill him. And General Blue was shocked, as the ferocity and the fury that Goku would have to General Blue would overwhelm him. He would actually kill him. Now, I think this is when he would still land in Penguin Village and actually meet Ariel as well. Now, Mercenary Tao originally did show up, and I think because Goku is weakened, they would fight at the base of Corn's Tower. I think Mercenary Tao would nearly kill Goku. He does respect Goku's willingness to be a killer, and that's why he even spares him to give him the disrespect. And we know that Goku does not take disrespect, so when he does reach the top of Corn's Tower, he would begin his training to take the sacred water from Corrin. Now, after 3 days, Goku would actually attain the, quote, sacred water. We know it's technically just tap water, but Goku, when he does step back down, he's stronger because of the Zenkai and those few days of training. He would easily defeat Mercenary Tao and kill him. This is when Goku would take it personally, and he would go out of his way to make sure that the Red Ribbon Army has been handled, destroying everything. Yes, Dr. Gero would still be able to escape and survive, but the Red Ribbon Army was pretty much totaled. And of course, Goku was still fighting Fortune Teller Baba's battle arena. He would still meet his dead grandfather. That would all go the same. And for the next 3 years, peace would kind of go on. Goku would continue training very diligently, where he would actually meet Tien Shenhan, but that's more of the movie saga side, whatever. As once when the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament does take place, Goku would swim to Papa Island, And this is when Tien Shenhan was the big bad guy. Now, would Krillin kill or would Goku kill Tien Shenhan? I don't think so, because they are in a tournament and Goku doesn't want to lose. So they're both told not to kill. So I don't think Goku would kill Tien Shenhan. I don't think Goku likes him. And when they do battle, Tien Shenhan would have a tough time. Goku here is slightly stronger than the original because he's training harder than ever. He has motivation more than he ever did before. He's training more seriously. He's not playing around. And I think this would give him the edge, and he would actually beat Tien Shenhan and knock him out of the ring. Now, this is when we would see Goku have a big switch. Krillin would still be killed by Tambourine. Now, Goku, of course, would be upset that Krillin was killed, as Goku has come to respect Krillin as a good ally. Krillin's a good friend. And his rage was burning higher than ever. A rage that he's never felt before. He was going to kill whoever did this and save his best friend. When Goku does find Tambourine, now originally, that was when Goku, of course, he meets Yajirobe as well. Goku's not here to play games with Yajirobe. Yajirobe's no joke at this time as well, considering how strong he actually was. But Goku would then battle Tambourine. Goku would absolutely humiliate Tambourine. He would not waste any time and kill him. Now, when he crossed paths with Demon King Piccolo, I think that Goku would struggle against him a little bit, but I think he would handle himself a lot better. I think Demon King Piccolo would not be a fool. He knows that this kid is a lot more powerful than he thought. He would either trick him to maybe just try and escape. So he would blind Goku or do something to him to where he's able to flee. Or you could have it to where Goku's still pretty wounded after fighting Demon King Piccolo. But would Goku be wounded enough to where he would have to, of course, Piccolo take down King Castle, take over Earth? Yajirobe didn't actually help Goku and carried him up there. I don't think that Goku would need the Sacred Water, as I think when he does recover, we would have Korin give Goku a Senzu Bean. He actually has one, because originally you saw Yajirobe actually was eating the thousands of Senzu Beans that were all there. I think Goku would actually stop him right before he could eat the last few. So, of course, Korin would have them kept away, so Yajirobe's fat and doesn't eat them all. He does have a few. He gives one to Goku. And Goku would then instantly recover and get a little Zenkai, which is what he needs. So it's like the Sacred Water, but he doesn't need to take it. He would then go battle Demon King Piccolo. This version of Goku, since he is slightly stronger, in terms of power levels, Goku was originally around 260 when he fought Demon King Piccolo. They were pretty much dead even. This version of Goku, I would say he's probably around 285, maybe 290, which is a pretty decent difference in Dragon Ball scaling. And that would give him the edge, and considering the fact that he is fighting to kill him, he's not going to stop, because he doesn't know that Demon King Piccolo is connected to Kami yet. He would absolutely annihilate Demon King Piccolo, overwhelming him, and he would punch right through him. Demon King Piccolo would still spit out an egg, of course, for his reincarnation, Piccolo Jr. Now, since Goku thought that he defeated him, he would then reach the Lookout, and he would begin training for the next 3 years with Mr. Popo and Kami. Now, then, that's where he learns that Kami is tied with Piccolo, and he learns that, of course, the Dragon Balls is tied with Kami as well, and vice versa. This means that he also knows then that Piccolo is still alive. But they don't know where he is. Kami can't sense him, neither can Goku. So Kami says, well, for when the day comes, when he comes back for his revenge, you will be ready. And Kami even tells Goku that if you need to kill him to stop his rampage, then do what you must. But Goku doesn't want to kill, because Kami's a good person. He doesn't want to kill Kami. And Goku says, there has to be some other way. But if I don't truly have a choice, then I guess we'll have to see. But Goku will find a way to try and spare Demon King Piccolo, maybe seal him away or something. They'll figure it out. So now, of course, over the next 3 years, he begins his training on Kami's Lookout. Kami would also restore the planet's moon, and for safety reasons, he originally removed Goku's tail, so Goku can never become a Great Ape again. I still think that would happen because Goku can't control the Great Ape form. Kami knows it is dangerous. I think Kami would still remove Goku's tail so he can never become a Great Ape again. Now Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, and Chaozu would also climb to Korin's tower and begin training, and they would then split up to go do their own thing for the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament. Now, originally here, over the next 3 years, I think Goku would train harder than ever because now he knows, he has motivation because he knows that Piccolo is out there somewhere. He takes that very seriously and he wants to be ready. So I personally think that Goku would push through his limit and survive the full year in the room of time. Now, if you guys remember, that's 10 times Earth's gravity. And it also has rough environments. Now, when Goku actually trained in 10 times gravity, which is actually native to his original home where the Saiyans originally came from, Goku was really able to push his potential and see how strong he actually became. As Goku went from a power level of around 416 to being over 8 to 9,000 when he fought the Saiyans. And that was within a few months of training. But you also gotta understand too, Goku was also dead. He could train forever, non-stop, and he was pushing Kaioken as well, increasing his stamina, of course, which is also tied to the Zenkai. But now, how strong will Goku be when he does arrive for the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament? Well, Goku originally got 18.8 times stronger. Now, I'm not going to go that high because add the fact in that he is still living, so he has stamina and he, of course, can break down. I think, in my opinion, even if it's a 10 times boost, that's already overkill for this version of Goku. And it's not too far-fetched. If he stayed the full year in there, even a few months extra, he would be absurdly OP. So I think, personally, Goku would at least, we're going to lowball it, give him a 5 times boost to his power. So if Goku's power level was around 290 when he stepped in and trained with Kami and Popo, after the 3 years, he got 5 times stronger. That would put his power level at around 1,450. We'll even it out. We'll just say 1,500, which is basically the equivalent of Raditz. So Goku's already super OP. So when Goku does step in for the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, unfortunately for Piccolo, when Goku does meet him, he finds out that whatever he does against Goku doesn't work. Goku would also fight Tien, and he does have some respect for Tien. Tien's kind of cleaned up himself. He's not evil, does his own thing. Goku sees that. So Goku doesn't kill Tien. Now, Goku would, of course, knock out Tien with ease. He doesn't even take up his weighted clothing yet. Against Piccolo, Piccolo has no chance. He tries everything in the book against Goku, and Goku would still win. Now, Goku doesn't want to kill Piccolo, as though he wishes he could, but he can't, because he knows that if Piccolo dies, Kami dies, which means no Dragon Balls, and they need them in case anything happens. And also, Kami's a good person. Kami would even try to kill Piccolo himself, but Goku would actually stop him and state that I can beat Piccolo easily whenever I want. So just let him go. Although Goku doesn't like it, he says let him go. And Piccolo would then laugh at Goku, saying you made a mistake trying to spare me, and he would then see him again. Now this, of course, would be dangerous, but Goku knows that unless we could find some way to keep you two separated without, of course, either one of you dying, this is the only option. And I'll stop him every single time. And if we don't have a choice, I can seal him away in the Mafuba, and that way he can never cause harm. And Kami would actually agree to this and state, fine, I understand your decision. And so, would also Goku get with Chi-Chi? Yes, it's still Goku. He's a human being. He's still an idiot. I still think he would get with Chi-Chi, and they would still have Gohan. Now, of course, Goku is keeping his training up. Goku kind of slacked off for the 5 years. He did keep his training up, but he didn't really train much, as he didn't really learn anything new, didn't really do much for the next 5 years. He was kind of settled down. So I don't think that would happen. I think Goku would lock in and train all the time. And, of course, Chi-Chi wouldn't like it, but she can't really stop him. Goku, of course, is dead set. And his reasoning is Piccolo could come by and kill them anytime. He needs to be ready and sharp in case Piccolo always will try to come for him. Goku needs to be ready. So now, Raditz would have still thought about his brother. He would have still went to Earth. Now, Goku by this point, if you just want to lowball and say he didn't get that much stronger, I would say he's probably around 1,700, 1,800 at most. So when Raditz does show up, Goku, of course, brought his son to go see his friends after it's been 5 years, and Raditz does arrive. Now, of course, Krillin kind of takes Raditz lightly. He tells him to shoo. This is when Raditz actually attacks Krillin, hitting him with his tail and nearly killing him, but Krillin was okay. He would then try to grab Gohan and kidnap him. Now, this is when Goku delivers a powerful kick to Raditz's stomach, almost shattering his armor, launching Raditz far away towards the islands nearby. And he would then tell everybody to just stay away from them, and he'll handle this guy. Goku would then fly off. And honestly, by this point, if Goku kept his training up seriously for the next 5 years, I think he's able to fly as well. So we're just going to say that Goku can fly. He definitely is strong enough to where he can fly now. And when he does arrive and lands down, Raditz would then get serious. Now, Raditz is not a pushover either. He has a power level of 1,500, and we will see this. As although Goku does have a few hundred power level more, Raditz can still do damage to Goku. It's still a serious battle. And Piccolo is watching. Goku knew that Piccolo was there, but he's not going to let Piccolo's not going to get in the way of this. As Piccolo, although is strong, his power level's in the 400s, not up against these two monsters. Piccolo staying out of the way. This is when Raditz would then get serious, and he would then begin to power up. As Goku can sense that Raditz is very powerful. Raditz's power level is around 1,500. Of course, when Goku begins powering up, Raditz would then tap his scouter. Now, who is listening to this? Vegeta and Nappa. Now, Raditz was in shock to see Goku's power level go 1,005, 1,006, 1,007, 1,800. And Goku was at his full power. This battle was going to be intense. As Raditz would then be in terms of shock, he would then fly in to start attacking Goku. The two would then go at it. Goku does have the power advantage over Raditz. Raditz is older than Goku. He does have more experience in fighting because that's all Raditz does. But it is a very bloody match. And Goku would then remove his weighted clothing, which doesn't really bump his power up really that much to make much of a difference, but it's kind of cumbering to him, so he kind of removes it. And the fight is serious. As it almost seems like both of them are kind of dead even almost. But I believe that with Goku's slightly higher power level and better skill with martial arts, and the fact that he's not holding back against Raditz, you gotta remember, Goku doesn't give a shit if it's his brother or not. Raditz attacked his friends, Raditz is a major threat, and he tried hurting his son. Goku's not going to let that slide, so Goku would overwhelm Raditz. Although it was an extremely close battle, Goku is exhausted, he's badly wounded, but he's okay. He would then kill Raditz, as Raditz out of desperation would then tell him, as he stands up with blood everywhere, his top armor is destroyed. Raditz explains to Goku that you may be slightly stronger than me, but it doesn't matter. There are two other Saiyans with their powers 10 times out of mine, and they will come here and kill you. Now, they never mentioned the Dragon Balls, so Frieza would never hear about it, so he never really goes to Namek either, so that never happens. But Vegeta and Nappa is interested. If Goku's able to fight Raditz pretty well, they're kind of interested to go see if they can recruit him. And so, Raditz would then charge up his final attack, a Double Sunday. Goku would then clash with a Kamehameha attack, and Goku would use all of his power and overwhelm Raditz, and it would kill Raditz. Now, I know some people are sad that Raditz is killed, but Raditz was given an awesome battle, nearly defeating this version of Goku, and Raditz was given an awesome death. So you got to give Raditz the respect that he deserves. And remember, he hurt his best friend, and he threatened to destroy the planet, and he also tried hurting his son, grabbing him. So I don't think Goku is not as nice as this time around. At least Raditz had a good way to go out. He nearly defeated Goku. Now, Goku was exhausted, as then we would see Piccolo arrive. As his friends were there, Piccolo would then land. Piccolo could see this is a perfect opportunity to battle Goku. Would Piccolo do it? Piccolo would even joke to Goku that at his level now, he could probably beat him. Goku's exhausted. And Goku would laugh, but he was ready to fight. Say, yeah, that might be true, but I'm not going to go down that easy. And Piccolo says, I know you're not. Piccolo says, but I have some form of honor. I don't want to defeat you when you're at your weakest. That won't be no victory to me. And Piccolo says, I'll spare you this one time. But next time, if you're ever weak like this again, and Piccolo's also not an idiot, he also heard what Raditz said. He also knows that, he says, we're going to need all the help we can get. If these Saiyans are actually heading towards Earth within about a year's time or less, we need to train. And if that's the case, then I need you alive. And Piccolo says, so you're actually forming a truce. And he says, until the Saiyans are dealt with, once when they're done, we're having our rematch. And Goku would respect this and state fine. Because Although Piccolo is the second strongest person other than himself, Goku can use Piccolo because they need all the help they can get. If the Saiyans are this strong, they all need to train together. So Goku would then head over to Kami's place where he was able to recover, and he would then talk to Kami about training. He asked if the room in Spirited Time is open and available for them to start training. Now, Kami said, unfortunately, the room in Spirited Time is closed for the time being. Now, there is one master who could teach you, but you're still living. And I don't know if you could make it across the whole Snake Way, or if even King Yemma would even allow you to. Kami explains that King Yemma handles souls in the other world. There's a master there, a teacher even better than my own. He would help you give the power that you need to defeat the Saiyans. Now, this is when Bulma would then cut in and say, well, no, I can help. Goku, you can just carry a bag that has a bunch of capsules in it, and it has tons of food. And she said that, oh, I can always hook that up. And so when Bulma does arrive back, she would then give Goku a backpack that has months and months worth of food. Now, obviously for Goku, this is maybe a month or two. And Goku says, thanks, Bulma, you're the best. So Goku would then go up to see King Yemma. Now, King Yemma is mad that Kami brought a living soul here and wants to go see the great King Kai. And Kami explains, but if it's may I speak? And he says that, well, if we don't, Vegeta and the Saiyan Nappa are going to be arriving and killing 7 to 8 billion people. And King Yemma would then start to sweat and state, okay, never mind. You're right. Go on ahead, Goku. Go stop him for me. Because he doesn't want all that paperwork. He's already overbooked as is. Imagine 8 billion people walking into his office. He doesn't want to handle that, so he lets it slip this one time. Now, since Goku can fly, he doesn't need to run across Snake Way, which extended his time much longer. It took him months to arrive. He only had around 3 months of training on King Kai's planet. So this time, I think Goku would get there much earlier. In my opinion, even though flying, I think it would still take him around a month of traveling. And Goku was at his wit's end, as he would then see King Kai's planet. As he ran out of food, he would be struggling. He finally sees the little planet way out there. He jumps, and this is when I think comically, the gravity would actually pull Goku down, and it would stop him for just a moment. Now, I know Goku did train from this gravity for nearly a year, at least a few months worth. But remember, it's been, goodness gracious, probably 8+ years since he last used it. So he had to get used to it real quick. But he was able to adjust really fast, as it's been a little bit. But within a few minutes, he was able to adjust and he can move around comfortably. As he would then see Bubbles, have a pretty funny scene where he chases him. And this is when King Kai would then arrive. Goku is serious. He explains to King Kai what's happening. And King Yemma allowed him to come past. King Kai's not too keen on having a living person here. But okay, fine, whatever. As long as he tells him a joke. Now, Goku's not much of a jokey person. This version of Goku's more serious. And he explains to King Kai that if I don't get stronger, we're cooked. The Saiyans are going to destroy my whole planet. This is not time for jokes. I need to train and get stronger. And I think King Kai would say, if you say a joke, I will train you. And Goku says, and he was actually getting mad because he's not one for jokes. And he says, funny something, I'll see you next fall. And King Kai would then be stunned. It wasn't even a funny joke. It was something made up. And King Kai would start laughing. Goku says, okay, you laugh. Now train me. And he says, fine, you win. I've never lost. But now, I will then teach you the way. Now he says, since you're living, the training will be grueling. Because when you're dead, you have much more stamina and energy to fight. But it's fine. The Saiyans will be here in roughly 11 months or less. So that's plenty of training to get you set up. Let's begin. So, over the next, I would say 10 to 11 months, Goku would do his training. It's much more difficult for him and more grueling, but Goku would be able to learn the Kaioken, and he's able to learn the Spirit Bomb. And I think having more time with it, and the fact that he's living, the Kaioken does damage your body. And Goku does have more time with the Spirit Bomb. He knows how to charge it a little bit faster, but we still know it takes around 19 episodes. Now the Kaioken ability, I think Goku can bump it up to ×3, but it does bulk him up a little bit, and it does damage his body pretty good. And Goku had to recover for a few weeks because of the damage. But he can if it's no choice. King Kai says that is your ultimate backup in case you cannot beat the Saiyans. But he says, honestly, at that point, you've grown a much more powerful. Now, the reason why Goku got such a big Zenkai and big power jump is because he trained in 10 times gravity for the first time for a few months. Goku's already done that, but you gotta add in the fact he's training living with Kaioken, Zenkais, and more. How strong would Goku become? We're gonna jump into that in a moment. As the Saiyans would still arrive on Earth, Goku's making his way back. Now, since this Goku is stronger and he's faster and he also has more time to get back there in time, Piccolo would not die. I still think he would train Gohan and they become friends, and Piccolo actually does change a little bit as a person. He's more gentle-hearted. I still think with the Cybermen, would that really change much? Well, when Goku does arrive, I still think that maybe Yamcha was killed, because Yamcha is the most powerful character anyway. He had to be taken out. But of course, they can wish him back with the Dragon Balls, because Piccolo is actually alive. Nappa was about to destroy them, and about to attack Tien and the others and kill them, but Goku arrives. Goku would tell everybody to step back, he'll handle it. Piccolo, of course, agrees and gets everybody back. Goku was, of course, angered that Yamcha was killed, and he asked who killed Yamcha, and in my opinion, let's say it wasn't even a Cyberman, it was just Nappa, because they sense Goku's power level coming, and Vegeta says to hurry up, and Nappa would actually kill Yamcha. So Goku takes it personally, and he would then outright challenge Nappa. Goku's not messing around with Nappa. Nappa can't even touch Goku. Nappa's, no chance. Goku's way too fast. But I think we would see Goku do what he did to Raccoon here. When Nappa tries charging up an attack, Goku would deliver a powerful elbow to him, and it would actually kill him. And Nappa would then fall over dead. Now, Vegeta was surprised to see this. His power level spiked. As Goku would then look to Vegeta, and he would tell him, let's fight somewhere else. And Vegeta would say, fine. So him and Goku would then go to the Rocky Wasteland, where the legendary battle will take place. Now Goku here would then get into his stance. Vegeta would explain about the Saiyans, that they're rated at birth. Those are those power levels. Of course, have nothing to do, blah, blah. The typical Vegeta speech. Now, of course, Goku says, with enough hard work and training, even a low class can surpass the elite. And so Vegeta says, that's quite a sense of humor you got, but let's see what you got. As Goku would begin to power up, Vegeta's scouter would then go off. His power level would then shoot to 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 11,000, 12,000, and it would continue rising. It would go up to 12,000, which is a couple thousand higher than the original, because Goku had a few more months of training. Now, Vegeta was shocked to see this. How did a Saiyan get this powerful? Goku would then fly in. Now, of course, Vegeta's holding back. He's not at full strength. He's only at around 16,000. He is above Goku. He's overwhelming him. Now, this is when Goku would then use Kaioken. He would then use Kaioken times 1, or just Kaioken. And that little jump in power, I think Goku would then go up to Kaioken times 2, which is 24,000, and that punch would nearly beat Vegeta, knocking him through multiple boulders. This is when Vegeta does break out. Of course, he then goes full power, going over 18,000. With that, Goku would then be abusing Kaioken a lot more, but he has to be careful, because if he uses Kaioken too much, he can hurt himself. Now, he does have his backup, Kaioken times 3. Now, the fight is very intense. Goku's stuck in Kaioken times 2, fighting Vegeta, and he is overwhelming him. Now, Vegeta would then use his Gallic Gun attack. Goku would then clash with his own Kamehameha. Goku would then bump up to Kaioken times 3 for a short burst, which would overwhelm Vegeta, sending him up into space. Now, Piccolo originally did still destroy the moon, because Gohan did turn into a great ape, so that would still happen. Pretty much the exact same. Now, Vegeta would then look around for the moon. He would then form his own fake moon. Throwing it in the air, Goku would then see that Vegeta would begin to transform, and Goku understands it now, that it was him who actually killed his grandfather, and he was the giant monster. He understands. Now, unfortunately for Goku, even if he did Kaioken times 3, even times 5, for goodness sakes, against Vegeta, it wouldn't work. Vegeta's just too strong. So Goku knows that he needs to use the Spirit Bomb. Now, luckily, he would then use the Solar Flare technique and blind Vegeta, giving him enough time to get far enough away, and he would start to form the Spirit Bomb. Now, he would ask for all the energy around the planet, the trees, the birds, everything. And Goku can form a Spirit Bomb much faster. Now, when Vegeta's vision does clear, Goku has just finished the Spirit Bomb in his hand. Vegeta then charges right at Goku. Goku would then fly forward and throw the Spirit Bomb at Vegeta, hitting the Great Ape. Now, Vegeta, of course, is screaming in agony as it shoots him in the air, causes a big explosion. As it even knocks Goku back through multiple boulders, and Goku would then get up from the rubble. Of course, his top G's torn off. He's badly wounded. Of course, but Goku's still okay. As he would then get to his feet, he then sees Vegeta reverting back, as Vegeta is back to base form, as his tail was destroyed in the match. Now, Vegeta's very wounded. Remember, this is a full power Spirit Bomb, now mind you. The only thing that saved Vegeta's life was his Great Ape power, since he was 10 times his original strength. Because Goku, even the Spirit Bomb that Krillin used, Goku saved just a tiny bit of it. It nearly killed Vegeta the first time. So that's the reason why. So Vegeta is actually the second person to actually survive a Spirit Bomb, if you actually think about it, other than Frieza. But now, Vegeta would then awaken, and he would actually knock Goku away. Now, Vegeta, of course, is severely wounded, same with Goku, but they're both not going to give up. So they continue fighting. Although Goku does not have much energy left, it is just punch after punch to each other. Both is so stubborn, not willing to give up, as then Goku would have no other choice. Goku would then use Kaioken one last time, just to get that slight edge. As Vegeta punched him right in the face, Goku landed a final kick to Vegeta's side with Kaioken, and Goku was then burnt out. He used every bit of energy he had. Vegeta would then collapse on the ground, as he would then begin to crawl away, summoning his ship. Now, would Goku spare Vegeta? Well, I think the Z-Fighters by this point have arrived, and they would see Vegeta crawling away. Now remember, Goku, of course, is kind of shocked with how powerful Vegeta is, but Vegeta can't even defend himself at this point. Vegeta also technically never killed any of his friends. He's still the bad guy, though. But I think Vegeta's life would be spared. Why? It's because when they do arrive, Vegeta was already in his space pod, and he would have already escaped and flown off, because everybody turned their attention to Goku real quick to make sure he's okay. As, of course, they would then help Goku. Of course, Bulma arrived. Goku was now recovering in the hospital. Vegeta would then go to the Frieza Planet 7, where he would then recover, get stronger. He does want to fight Kakarot again. He has to become stronger. Now, Frieza never has gone to Namek, so the Namek Saga would never realistically happen. But would Vegeta still be causing trouble? Yes, I think Vegeta first. He needs to become stronger, so I think he would start to continue pillaging planets for Frieza for a little bit, mind you, for the next few weeks, as he recovered within a few hours. But now, Vegeta would then kick off the Frieza Saga, as it would still happen, but it's going to be a bit different than you guys imagine. But we will touch upon that in part 2. But anyway, that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down below about this part. And I know this video is about 43 plus minutes long. I hope you guys do enjoy it. I had a lot of fun making this. And thank you all so much for the support. Let's get to 50,000 subscribers. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.